is as it is. So I don't know what's going on with my camera. So anyway, we shall see what the energies are doing at the moment. I hope everyone has had a lovely Christmas, and we're going to see what is here energetically for the last week of this year 2022 as we move into these beautiful new energies of 2023. I've been asked to use the Murder of Crows Tarot today. It's quite a darker type of tarot that I don't usually come to, but I've been told to use that today, so I shall. So the general energies for this week. Okay, oh sorry. So at the moment there appears to be that a lot of the darkness has been removed from the planet. It's interesting because the other day I did not a reading for a friend, but I read her tea leaves, and it was in her cards as well, actually, because I got the cards out as well. But I was able to pick up that really her reading had nothing to do with her. It had to do with what was going on with the Earth plane at the moment. And if you knew this person, you would understand why. But so what came through in the reading and in the leaves was that a lot of the darkness had now been removed. A lot of the portals have been shut down. In fact, probably all of the major portals to the Hell Realms have been completely shut down. And what I saw was that all of the demonics are all trapped in their own darkness and shadow of who they, of what they are. And they now are not able to come through any of the portals like they once could. And anybody that is still on this planet who was planning on bringing them through rituals, through any of those dark portals, can now no longer do that because the energies now have completely changed. Galactically, the wars are done, and so which have lasted for billions of years, and now we are moving into a completely different frequency band and a higher level of light quotient is now coming onto the Earth plane, where so now everyone on this planet on some level will begin to change in some way with a greater amount of light. Now light is information, so light will come in the form of a lot of information that may come through, and incrementally it has been coming through in the mainstream media, but the truth will have to win out in the end, and it is going to. And that is what is coming up in the cards. There is this newness to all of us at this point in time where all of us need to now begin to understand the truth of who we really are, and also the truth of the world in which we live, and start to release a lot of the darkness, any of the shadows, and also to any of the lies that we've been told. So this is what is going on the planet right now, and we're going to begin to see a lot of changes in the form of, well, this year 2023 is apparently the start of the revelations. So it is the year of revelation, where we will begin to find out a lot of what we thought was true was not. We also have here too the card of balance. So at the moment there are a lot of these energies within us balancing out, and probably it's got to do with a lot of our shadow that is now coming out and being removed. We're now starting to come into a greater amount of balance where things are not quite as distorted, or a lot of the truths that we've actually seen have now starting to come into their own, where once a lot of what we were seeing was lies, so a lot of the truth had been reversed. to such an extent where, in fact, everything that it's like we've been living in this shadow world for quite some time, and like a mirrored world. And now we're beginning to move into the lighter side of the mirror and leaving the shadow behind. So that is what is occurring at the moment. That's happening through the balancing out of our own energies within, and also then we're going to begin to see that sort of thing occur in our outer world. As it begins within, it will then have to move itself out into the outer world. We have here the Nine of Swords, the card of Nightmare. I also picked up when I did a reading for this friend of mine that that 2023 was going to be the year of revelation. It was going to be a massive year. And for some, depending on your perception and how much shadow and lies that you've bought into, how dark it will be for you, or how hard it will be for you. Because a lot of the darkness is being removed and a lot of the fear is being removed. But when that actually does occur, you have to go through a very heavy dark night of the soul. And because you must clear a lot of the fear that has held you back. And when I'm saying that, I speak for all of us in this instance. However, a lot of us have been doing the work for a very, very long time. And so because we have been doing that work, we've actually gone down so many rabbit holes. We know the truth. We know exactly what is going on the planet. And for us, for a lot of us, 2023, in that lovely year of revelation, will be a lot easier. But for some, it is going to get quite dark. And there will be a lot of sleepless nights for a lot of people as they go through their own dark night of the soul. So it's interesting that this is coming up collectively now. It has to happen. We have here, yes, once again, it's about fear and being at war with ourselves. And if we are at war with ourselves, we are also then at war with the world around us. There is going to be a lot of sadness, a lot of heartbreak when people begin to find out the truth. But ultimately, all of this that's going on will lead to the Ten of Pentacles, which is absolute love and happiness, and also being taken care of on a financial level. So there is also too some talk about the new financial system. And like I have said before in the past, I think someone asked me in a live reading once, or someone asked me about, when this new financial system would come in, and I have always stated that it cannot come in because it is of a completely different vibration. So until collectively we rise in our vibrationary status and into these new frequencies that are coming in, that is when the new financial system will come in, because we will be a match. But we must actually first begin to match up and raise our frequency levels to such an extent that that new frequency financial system, can match up, because it is of a high frequency, and we must be in the right headspace and in the right vibration for us to be able to understand just how the new financial system will work. We have here too this card of timing. It's interesting. I was watching someone the other day. Her name is Kim Gogan, who it would appear would be the person that is in charge of the new financial system. And she talks about what I've just talked about, the frequency, which is interesting, which was a confirmation for me, because I had actually picked that up quite some time ago about the frequency our frequency needing to match, and it cannot come through until that actually happens, until every single bit of darkness and shadow is removed from the earth plane, which that is now occurring. So I think it will be only a matter of time before that new financial system comes in. The old financial system cannot, because it is based on lies, will not be able to go into the new world with us, into those new frequencies. It just can't. It will not survive because it is based on lies and fear. And also too, she was also talking about the Alpha and the Omega, about the Omega, and also the organic AI and the inorganic AI. And depending on the frequency of where you're at, and depending on where we are going, but I think at this point in time, a lot of us are moving away from the dark Omega system that was run by Chronos time. Now we will be moving into an alpha system, which is not based on falsity or a darker AI system, an inorganic system. We are now, as we lift our vibration and frequency, we will now be going into the alpha system, which is an inorganic, is not inorganic, it is an organic AI structure that will be able to work with our frequencies as we work in together. So it's really interesting. Her name is Kim Gogan, and her last name is spelled Gogun. I might leave a link to a interview that I saw with her and a woman called Marina Jacobi. I'll leave the link in the description below on YouTube. Marina Jacobi is a different kettle of fish and may kind of a lot may resonate, some may not. I find her a little interesting, but Kim is very, very on the ball, knows exactly what's going on as far as the financial system goes. So I will leave a link to that if I can underneath in the description box below on YouTube. Yeah, so they're the energies that are going on at the moment. So there's a lot happening. How we go into this new, and it's really interesting, look at this one here, which is the Ace of Pentacles. That is newness on a financial level and on a physical level. So these are the energies that we're moving into, total new beginnings. So yeah. What else can I find out from these cards? These darker cards. Card of the King of Wands, which is about taking action, which is exactly what's going on, and also to Justice coming in the form of the Truth, which is the Ace of Swords, which always is about newness, and also to cutting through crap and cutting through lies with the truth. And so you can see there. So there is going to, okay, right. So I'm getting about military action, not military action, military tribunals. They're already occurring, but they will be getting ready as the truth begins to come in, because supposedly there are military tribunals that will be occurring, and they're supposed to happen around about July, August. So a lot of the truth will have to begin to come out very soon. So yes, energy-wise, we're beginning to step up, guys, even on a critical mass level. Like, this is going to be amazing. So yeah, depending on how awake you actually are, and how much, I mean, eventually it's going to happen to all of us. So I would suggest, as the energies come through, that you allow everything and stay in your own avatar heart. Go within as much as you possibly can and reconcile any darkness, any fear that you may have, and allow it to move through you and out. As the more revelations come in, yeah, you will begin to go through a dark night of the soul. But it has to happen so that we can move into these beautiful new earth energies. Okay, so that's all I have for you for this week. Looking forward to next week, which will be the start of 2023. Yeah, So if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you next week. Okay, bye for now.